Spider-Man's out next week. So when this would come, is Spider-Man out this week?
Oh, wait, this week? So we're doing next week's.
Hello everyone, welcome to Nerd Bible
Spider-Man would have been
Podcast
out.
episode 254. If you're wondering why we're not talking about Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse,
I'm overseas, and you're...
and I'm also overseas.
You're also overseas.
We're over 2 seas. Well,
Yeah.
we're both in Europe still.
Mediterranean and the Red Sea.
We're in the sea.
I guess.
Yeah, we're swimming.
Looking for a Little Mermaid.
Oh. Do you know what? I'm interested because do you know what? When we went to see the Mario movie.
Wow.
There was the big poster up at Stevenage for the Little Mermaid, and like whatever you think of, was she being played by a black actress? What's the problem? Well, first off, like, who gives a fuck? Because has her ethnicity ever been a part of her story? No, so it doesn't matter. But also, my niece immediately just went, "That's Princess Ariel. That's the Little Mermaid." It's like, see, that's the character. That's what she is.
Character first.
So stop being a fucking dickhead.
Stop being an idiot and get a life.
Go
do something.
What the fuck? Nolan Through Time, Dunkirk.
Oh, I was like, what? Is that Doctor Who thing?
Oh, we have a big screen for Blade Runner. What the fuck? Sorry, I was reading the Discord that our good friend Michael has, and the many.
God, many. Jesus, I really do need to get on the app and actually look at that stuff.
Yes.
It's blind, there's loads.
Like sometimes I read it and I'm like, also like, there's so many subjects I don't know where to begin. But it's lovely because he's like compartmentalized it into if you want to talk about certain things. It's very cool, very good. Hello, Michael.
Hi, Mike.
I haven't seen him in a while. We need to get him back soon. We need to assemble the band.
Assemble the band.
We're
Bill
getting
and
the
Ted
band back
style.
together.
Bill and Ted style.
And then what are we doing? So yes, I'm George. That's Connor. Nerd Bible Podcast. We talk about pop culture, a thing that's never been done before, and hopefully never will get done again.
And in this episode, we're totally going to predict what's going to happen across Spider-Verse Part 1.
Yeah, we can try because we've not seen it because
we have.
in real time.
Yeah.
Possibly you will have, but
the likelihood is yes. If you bet money on me, you, my friend, are a smart man.
If you're going to bet money on someone, bet on Connor. For me, I'll probably see
6 months. No,
see it at Christmas when I get it on Blu-ray.
You'll be lucky to get a 4K release these days.
Oh God, I hope
Avatar 2's on 4K, but not the fucking first one. Why? I don't get it.
See, I get that in terms of just a normal thing. But they're going back and re-releasing stuff, so surely you would have gone, here's at least a double pack.
That's what I mean.
Because I know that Top Gun isn't on 4K.
It is. Both of them are.
Oh, they are?
I've got proof. I got them both.
But was it re-released on 4K to coincide with Maverick?
No, Top Gun 1 was just released randomly, and then before you knew it, Maverick was out maybe a year or two afterwards.
Because they've been going back on some of them ones. Like,
catalogue stuff.
You've got, like, you know, your Goodfellas and things like that are on 4K.
Disney are just a controversial brand because they've got all the rights, they've got all the licenses, and they've got basically the whole catalogue, but they won't go and redo their old masters because they want you to go on Disney Plus and stream it that way.
Yes, but also are they not getting the fact that if they re-release their old masters, they'll still make shitloads of money because people will want to own them physically for when stuff
it won't
gets
die
taken off of Disney Plus, like it does. With
like
Amazon.
it does, yeah.
'Cause prop culture. You know the thing about
Willow is gone this week. Well, it's gone tomorrow, isn't it? Willow and other stuff are going off of Disney Plus. Yeah, they're removing stuff on Disney Plus end of this month.
Do you know what's really annoying? Like. As much as Amazon can be annoying because it's a rotation, but you can always just buy it.
Yeah.
Which I like. It's the fact that they go, here's stuff on Prime that's expiring in the next 30 days.
They tell
you,
yeah.
And now it gives you a countdown. It's like 18 days, like 5 hours or whatever.
Yeah, okay.
So it's got that. It's got from this is coming off literally at midnight to this is coming off like in 2 weeks. I would appreciate if all streaming services did that.
Yeah.
I'd be like, that thing that I really wanted to watch. Instead of when I look for it going, where the fuck is it? And then
it's not there.
It's not on there.
No, but like I'm sure 99% sure Willow. I can't think what on earth is getting removed.
Disney Plus. Yeah, because I own a lot of.
Where's my stuff?
Let me check my spot. I think my Spider-Man's 4K. Hang on. I'll be back.
Disney Plus removals. Recent original reminds us Disney Plus isn't our own personal library. Toot toot.
Thing is, this is annoying because it doesn't have the Ultra HD on the spine.
No, they don't. No.
This is my favourite one that I own.
Gorgeous. Yeah, it is a beautiful steelbook.
That was the last in HMV. That was the last one they had when I got it, because I got this and the Meg.
What good.
It is 4K.
Yeah. Lovely.
So you've got the graffiti thing, and then do standard Blu-ray. Even the standard Blu-ray disc.
It looks cool. It does look good.
Love it. Just got better in 4K, but it had one of them annoying, like, the plastic sheets on the back. So with them ones, I just take them off.
Yeah,
throw them away.
get rid of it.
With the cardboard sleeve, the removal thing, at least I can. So good. Anyway, while you look up what's going off of Disney Plus, because Prop Culture went off and people were like, "Oh, it's really annoying because it's a really fun show." Then it's also like, because I tweeted, it's almost like physical media still is important and relevant.
Yeah.
And got some likes because obviously, like with games as well. Like if your internet goes down, you can't watch those things because you don't own them.
No, and that's what these articles say. It's not your personal library.
And play it or watch it, and like, it's why I want the Disney Plus stuff. Because I know that like Falcon and Winter Soldier and Loki and like they're not going to come off, at least not for a very long time.
No, God forbid. Yeah.
But to have like an extended version of maybe the Assembled, some other behind the scenes bits and some gag reels, include more in it that's not on Disney Plus, and then you can like get 25-30 quid for a season, the standard for it. Like, don't just put it out vanilla and be like, this is what we want for it. Like, you're not getting, like 3 specials of Doctor Who for like 45 quid.
£45, yeah. Preposterous.
But like, put some bits in, because that's the thing. Like physical media, like, and special features, they've really sort of gone
on a big dip. Yeah, big dip.
Like, when was the last like big behind the scenes featurettes and commentaries and things like that you can really remember? Like, the only thing that's consistently been like that for me has been the original Doctor Who box sets. Like, I know that the collection has gone above and beyond, but that's because it's a whole season of television repackaged, nearly 50 quid each go. Like, there has to be more in it than just here's these stories that you could buy for like 10-15 quid each and still watch them. Like, give them a reason, but also just make it readily available, because people will still watch it on Disney Plus out of ease. Like, a lot of the MCU stuff I own it out of necessity for having, because I owned a lot of the MCU and other Marvel stuff on Blu-ray. I sold literally all of them for like 100 quid because I'd started
to
getting
upgrade.
them on 4K.
Yeah.
Like, I think I've got about half of the MCU at the minute. Like, I'm missing the first 2 Thors. Am I missing a Captain America's? I think I've got them all. I don't know. I've got those. And, like Captain Marvel, bits like that. A lot of everything post Endgame I haven't got yet. I've got all the Spider-Mans. Like, obviously No Way Home is like the only exception of something that I've actually got. Like, post Phase 3. Like, things like that. Like the Star Wars films. Like, we've both got the big old Skywalker collection.
Big old bulky box, yeah.
Things like Game of Thrones, like, I've got a completely... Like, if I enjoy it, I will buy it. Even, like, some stuff that, even if I just want to try it, like, I'm just like, I'll pay 10-15 quid for The Good Guys on Blu-ray. Like, just... Why can't stuff... Like, it's... You're keeping money from yourself. You're not, making money for yourself if you, like, keep it to... it's all on digital. Yeah, but when stuff goes that I want to watch...
you're a very unsatisfied customer.
You're like making me go out and buy it anyways. But like, if you put it as a thing of like, look, if Disney Plus subscribers get a discount, maybe you can do it like that, because you're selling, like, if they're selling it through themselves or like through Amazon, like, you've got a thing of like your login will get you 10% off of any Disney Plus content purchase. Or even like just having stuff on there like Amazon that you can buy and keep, because then it's like, even like, you just, even something, just like the fact of like you can give and take. Like, it's why Netflix pisses me off so much, because you're like, oh, that thing I saw on there like a couple of weeks ago, yeah, that's gone, because people forget, because when you give them so much content, half the thing is scrolling when you're looking for something to watch. If you don't know, if you've not got
The
a set
everyday
thing like
problem.
us, if you're not
The
like,
everyday problem.
I've woke up and I want to watch Return of the Jedi, or
Yeah,
I want to watch
you got a set ambition
The
for your
King's
day.
Man,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
spend your time scrolling. It's like on Netflix. You'll see it and then it's gone. At least with Amazon, you get here's everything expiring in the next. There's probably more than that. But
Yeah.
here's near enough everything going off in the next 30 days that we think that you'd be interested in. Here's the thing of like it's got however long left. So then you would make time to. I'll watch that tonight, or I'll watch that next week, or I'll watch that on Tuesday on my day off. Like those kind of things.
You can plan ahead on what you want to watch.
Yeah, it's just
or what you got to watch.
What is coming off of Disney Plus?
So, Disney Plus pushes historical content purge. Disney officially removed a dozen Disney Plus original movies from the platform as part of a historic purge of content made official at 3 a.m. ET on May 27th of
previously
Saturday.
to this, they
Yeah.
had all the Spider-Man stuff on there, took it off, and then summer's gone back on for Across the Spider-Verse, but Into the Spider-Verse isn't back on there.
Oh, right.
So you've got, I think you've got the Raimi trilogy, which we only had like the first two before.
Yeah, because you didn't have 3.
Because 3 was waiting to go on Netflix, wasn't it, for a while?
I believe, yeah.
And then I think you've got Amazing 2.
But not the first one.
No, and then
Homecoming was on there. But
Far
Homecoming
From
and Far From
Home's
Home. Far From Home is.
Is it on there now?
Yes.
'Cause
But No Way Home isn't. No Way Home definitely isn't.
Yeah, because Far From Home wasn't on there for ages. Because
Yeah.
the MCU will never be complete. Yeah, sorry,
No.
carry on with the purge.
Just random order. Artemis Fowl. The
Really?
shit.
That was a Disney Plus motivational thing of like that went straight on there after a limited cinema release. I know it's shit.
It does not say why at all, but it just says Artemis Fowl.
It's probably not done good on the numbers.
A million percent.
So maybe something like that. You have to maybe pushing for that as a physical release might get more money.
Well, if they ever do it. Better Nate Than Never. What's Better Nate Than Never? Based on the 2013 novel, Hollywood newcomer Ruby Wood portrays the titular young character. A coming-of-age story about a young boy looking to dive into the world of musical theatre. Why on earth is that going off? They learn of audition for a Broadway retelling of the classic Disney movie Leo and Stitch in New York City, setting up a wild adventure for a young boy looking to find where he fits in the world. Copyright, that's why. They're infringing Disney.
There you go.
Black Beauty? Why is that off?
What the fuck?
Kate Winslet provides the voice for the titular horse Black Beauty in a movie that shows the dark side of horses being in captivity as the trainers do their best to give their animals the life that they deserve. Oh, animal cruelty, that's why. Next. Cheaper by the dozen? The 2022 one? What? Well, that's only just come out.
The new one? The
The 2022 one, yeah. Featuring Zach Braff and Gabrielle Union. What? Darby and the Dead? I don't know what that is.
No, never heard it. Maybe this is the thing. Like, it's like
Flora and Ulysses?
that thing, the squirrel superhero landing.
Ice Age, but live action looking squirrel. Stargirl? Really? Stargirl? But that's a serious, like, basically Euphoria, but for Disney drama, from what I understand. Hollywood Stargirl? Looks makes a whole new set of friends. Yeah, basically, big life changer, moving location, fitting in with friends and school. Take that off. Who cares about that shite?
I know the Cheap by the Dozen film was like my worst movie of last year, but you didn't have to take it to heart, Disney.
Magic Camp? I'm not sure what that
Maybe
is.
a lot of these are the stuff that's not working, but also then
The one and only Ivan.
that's a because that Bryan Cranston was very vocal about being upset with that coming off of Disney.
Yeah. Timmy Failure, mistakes were made. I kind of recognise that poster.
Because I think John Cryer's in that, if I'm not mistaken.
And Wolfgang.
Fucking hell.
One of the many documentaries.
Because the thing with this is, is it going to come back on? If not, there is no media release for a lot of this stuff. So how are you going to get it? I mean, stuff like the one and only Ivan, I think you can buy. But like, how is Willow coming off?
6 profile. Alright, so 6 more shows on May 19th got removed. The Mysterious Benedict Society. Don't know what that is.
I feel like I've heard of it.
Season 2 only came out in October.
Fucking hell.
What the fuck? Series officially cancelled in January after 2 seasons. Well, it's cancelled, so therefore you've got to take the whole show off. What's the point? Big shot.
Well, maybe they don't have to,
2022 again.
If it's not getting views, you don't have to pay the cast anything, and you're just writing it off as a tax thing. Turner and Hooch, no way.
Oh no!
I liked that.
I didn't see it. Willow,
the show's coming off.
Yeah.
Oh, is the film still going to be on there?
Believe so. They haven't said anything about the film.
So stupid.
Just Beyond.
So it's all the shows that didn't do well. They're doing what Netflix did, but to another extreme. Because at least
The World According to Jeff Goldblum.
what the fuck? It
No.
was at launch.
Yeah,
Was
why?
Did it get cancelled? Sorry, you scroll back up for that.
But, yeah. Didn't launch 2021. Doesn't say. The show ran for 2 seasons.
Following list of movies have been
On May 26th.
Yeah Chef, Magic Camp, Earth to Ned, Foodtastic, Stuntman, Disney Fairytale Weddings, Wolfgang, It's a Dog's.
Howard, that's the one I got backlash. Because I felt like Howard, or it was basically another black gay documentary. I mean, I'm totally butchering what it's about, but there was backlash, and then I thought they took it off and then put it back on. But it might not have been Howard. It might have been something else. But I can't think what the other thing is.
They're not painting themselves in a very good light, are they?
They're really not. But why are you removing stuff? Disney Plus is relatively not. Well, it ain't new, but it's Big Shot. Why The Last Man, which I did kind of want to watch. Dollface. Why is that getting off?
Where does it end?
Mighty Ducks Game Changers.
What the fuck? No.
What is going on?
They can take what they want, but they're not fucking touching the Mighty Duck. Well, Game Changers.
Pistol. Oh, I heard about Pistol. The
Do you know what's ironic?
what's Pistol?
I hadn't finished season 2 of Game Changers, and it had just gone off of my. Like, I know if you leave stuff long enough, like watching it will just come off.
Disappears.
But
yeah.
It's not anyway because it's fucking gone.
Howard was the one that I was talking about. Howard will not be removed from Disney. The documentary about famous Little Mermaid lyricist Howard Ashman was on the original list. The title said to be pulled May 26th. Disney had seen out to partners. This is being reevaluated and there could be additional changes. Well, all right, sure. This is finding several other films that had been embarked. A Spark Story, Marvel's Empower, and Marvel's Voices Rising. Why was the music even close to be removed?
Marvel's Voices Rising, the music of Wakanda Forever. That is just bad. And
yeah, but I think they're
Empower was quite good as well. It's like a little fucking
the right stuff. They've been added to the list. What is going on?
Stuff like this. Diary of a Future President. Fuck, that's meant to be good.
Oh, no. I didn't know the Marvel stuff.
Project Hero.
Oh yeah, the Herds of Stargirl. Flooring Ulysses. Princess, Black Beauty, America the Beautiful.
So they're taking off a lot of stuff. There's no news
wow.
of if and when stuff would return.
Yeah.
It could make people think twice about their subscription.
Pistol is the fucking. Oh, what is that about? It's about a band like It ain't Rolling Stones, but like it's about an English band. Oh no, it is the Sex Pistols. It's about the Sex Pistols. The series is removed from Hulu and possibly Disney Plus International, including UK, on May 26th, 2023. So it's gone off.
That's ridiculous.
It is. How bad is that?
Because that hadn't been on there long. Because that debuted on Disney Plus, didn't it?
Yeah. Dollface. Love in the Time of Corona. I understand that one.
Wow,
Rosaline. I didn't realise it was this big.
9/11 one day in America. Jesus Christ.
Armstrong take. Berry Seekers of World War II. Fuck that shit.
Bin Laden's heart.
What on earth is that?
Whoever chose that title. I mean, I hope you got paid before you got fired.
Drug Lords, The Next Generation. That is a Star Trek crossover.
I mean, some of this stuff I'm like, yeah, sure.
But I never heard this stuff. Everything's trash. The Deep End. Keep this between us. Yeah, okay. Well, it ain't being kept. This is exposed to the whole world.
I'm exposing you to the internet.
Wow, I did not know it was that much stuff.
Should we talk about happier things? Should we talk about the Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse? What do we think will happen?
And
we don't know.
Definitely happens.
Will it end on a cliffhanger? Possibly. Will we see it? Definitely.
Yes. Have we seen it?
Not right now.
I have.
You probably have.
I have.
Because you are away for a week.
Yeah, a week, and you're away for like
11 days.
11 days. Yeah, you're more.
I go on the Tuesday and I come back the following Saturday.
I'm a Saturday to Saturday kind of guy.
It was quite smooth. He did that and then took a drink. Yeah, so you'll probably see it either. When does it come out?
Thursday.
This Thursday.
This Thursday. Yeah.
So you'll see it before you go. So.
Of course.
Of course. Yeah. You'll probably see it twice. Then you'll come back and watch it a third time. It's been a week.
See it in Germany.
You should. Maybe see it in German.
Not for the first time though. No, I think in all seriousness, I think we're seeing. No, well, you don't know whereabouts, you fuckers. No, no, we're seeing Mario in Germany. That'll be an experience.
Oh my god.
We're seeing Mario in
Please
German.
tell me
Yeah.
what it's like when you get back.
Yeah.
Can't wait. Can't
Something stupid, I'd have to watch in another language. If it was something for the first time serious where I want to... Something like Spider-Man I've been waiting 5 years for and I was going to watch it in another language. Not just in the German, but any language. It'd be like
You'd want to see it
a whole
when you
experience. It'd be like, what? I'd want to understand it in my native tongue.
first see it in see Fast X in German.
Oh, God. No, it was considered. It was being considered. No, it was being considered.
Across the Spider-Verse is in 2 days. The Boogeyman is in 3 days.
Yeah,
9 days
Boogeyman's
to
good.
Transformers. No Hard
Yeah.
Feelings, which looks kind of fun, but still you've got
What's No Hard Feelings?
the one where Jennifer Lawrence is hired to have
Oh,
sex
yeah,
with
that
guy.
one. Oh, Hunger Games, X-rated edition.
Every nerd's dream. See film first. Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. Why has it got a really long title? But it's got...
Oh my god, see film first. What?
Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. War Pony Unlimited. So that's like War, was that the spin-off of War Horse?
Oh, War Pony. The 2022 2023 reimagining.
Oklahoma starring Hugh Jackman.
Sure.
Andre Roux. Do you know what? I wish there was a genre section.
A million
Because
percent, yeah.
It's Little Mermaid, Fast X, Guardians, Hypnotic.
Hypnotic was good.
Susu,
That was
and
good.
then you get to a point where it's just, and then here's all the Bollywood stuff.
Yeah.
Evil Dead Rise has one showing.
Yeah, it's on its way out. It's
Oh,
been out for like
dear.
a month, so.
Oh,
Yeah.
dearly me.
Bit late to that party, Slim Jim.
I'm late to every party because I don't get to fucking go to any. Apart from my child's party, which is stressful. You know what? Kids. Who'd have them?
Who'd have them?
I'm joking. The best thing that's ever happened for now, until we get 1 million subscribers, then it's
Avengers Secret Wars.
Across the Spider-Verse is one of them ones that we've genuinely been looking forward to.
For a long time now, yeah.
So I can't wait to see it when we get back. So we are a bit out of sync for a little bit because episode 256 will be back on our wavelengths because this is 54 and then next week
Next week
55.
is 55, yeah.
But yes, anyway, what we're talking about this week is not just physical media. What are we talking about?
Spider-Man. We were going to predict Spider-Man. We're going to tell you, spoiler free, about Spider-Man.
Oh yeah, because we definitely.
Yeah.
I really hope it's it's the lightning in a bottle
Magic feel again. For a
but
part
not
one.
just the same shit. Like does other stuff differently. Takes things in unexpected directions. It's nice that we're coming into this and everyone's going to be like, I'm really looking forward to seeing what Miles is doing, like him as a character, like Spider-Gwen. I know the focus isn't just hopefully solely on Peter Parker. It'll be nice. To
Scarlet Spider.
Miguel
Other
O'Hara.
spiders, Miguel O'Hara. You see a symbiote in the trailer, so there's definitely either Black Suit Spider-Man or a Venom parasite in it for one shot.
I want Tom Hardy to have a cameo in every Spider-Man movie. That's like, no, we just got here.
No, we need to eat, Mrs. Chang. Oh shit, this is the wrong movie. I've said this already.
Yeah.
Tom Holland's
Eddie, I am drunk.
Tom Holland's face needs to be in it. I just want to see his big head on a balloon.
Do you think it needs to be in it? Oh, maybe.
He'll be the cliffhanger. Don't know. He'll be the cliffhanger.
Or just a nice little cameo. Or like a universe they fall through is the MCU.
The 616 199999.
Yeah, the 19999 is the real number.
And you get Benedict Cumberbatch doing the spell in No Way Home, and they're like, "Oh no, fuck, get out of here, quick!"
And maybe we'll see different versions of other characters. Who knows?
That's what I mean. Yeah.
We've seen different versions of Daredevil because we saw a Daredevil in Into the Spider-Verse in that brief thing at the end, didn't we?
Daredevil.
Yeah, so in
Daredevil.
the bit at the end with the collider when
What
they're trying to
movie
get
is this?
Vanessa and Richard through.
Yeah, right.
So it's getting through his wife and child from loads of different universes, and in one of the frames you freeze.
Oh,
frame
one of the frames. Okay, I was gonna say, I don't actually
I know,
mean
it's
part
like-
of the
yeah,
movie.
It's like a brief
Yeah,
cameo,
it's like an Easter egg. Yeah,
it's,
okay, okay.
You got
It's
Matt
like-
Murdock.
Well, is he like a Daredevil? He's actual devil. Or
No,
is he?
Matt Murdock is like his son in one of them. Like his, so I think it goes off one of the comic storylines where he adopts Matt
Like a
Murdock after his dad's death or something.
Oh,
Some
right,
shit like that.
okay.
Obviously completely alternate universe, but like it's stuff like that. So they've snuck in a Disney-owned character into Well, at the time it wasn't, because it was it was
Netflix.
well, it was because it was back at Marvel Studios, but it's been shared with Netflix. But you know, so it's a character they don't own. Like Doctor Strange was allowed to be used in one of their films, so and he's being mentioned in this one.
Yeah.
So you know, and it's weird. Doctor Strange gets mentioned or used in a lot of Spider-Man films because Spider-Man 2 is where that started.
Yeah.
Doctor Strange, it's good, but it's taken. Implying that Doctor Strange existed in that universe. So we'll never know. I think it's going to be great. I don't think it's going to top
the
my
first
movie
one.
list, unfortunately, because
I'll top it. Oh, for this year. No.
because those will know that when we did our 2018
movie ranking,
that came above.
Your numero uno above the
came on
rest.
Infinity War. That was number one for me. As it was because it was such a nice surprise, such a tight knit like. It's big in scale. Like it's much smaller than the likes of Infinity War. It's more personable, more emotional, and got us to care about a different version of Spider-Man. Was actually like the whole point. The whole message doesn't matter who's in the mask.
It really doesn't. No.
And hopefully that's taken on, and the positives of Into the Spider-Verse are dialed up to 11, and not any of the very few negatives, because I can't really think of any right now. But they're probably just I don't want it to do what Thor: Love and Thunder did to Ragnarok and go,
oh, God,
everyone loved everything, let's do that but more. Personal story, Lord and Miller just doing the thing that they do best, which is tell great stories.
Yeah.
And let's have fun, and let's see where we end up in Beyond the Spider-Verse. Really,
because it's beyond and across, isn't it?
Across then Beyond.
Oh, across and beyond. Okay, whatever way.
So it was across part one.
Yeah, across part 1, part 2. Yeah.
And now it's but I like when it has different names. Like,
no, I do.
Infinity War and Endgame, two completely different names, but they definitely...
Into Across and Beyond. Yeah, good names, good subtitles, and they're all the Spider-Verse.
Yeah, love it. Can't wait. It'll probably be in the top 5.
Yeah, it might have a chance.
But I think I don't think anything's coming close to Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Spoilers for if you remember this in 6.5 months' time.
Yeah, sound bite it, sound clip it.
But yeah.
Yeah.
In terms of that, Little Mermaid's out. It's doing okay. We'll do a point where we actually do our live action.
Yeah, I'll try and do my homework. If I'm that bored in Germany, I might even just watch them, whether in German or not. Who knows? I'll watch all of them in German.
We'll do the ones that are out so far.
Yeah.
Compared to their original counterparts at some point, because I know that was suggested by you lovely people. But in terms of other stuff, where did I put it?
I mean, one that I saw today, as in last week, as in 2 weeks ago, depending on how this episode comes out.
Fucking times you've just given. That's
lovely.
We've
we've done is talk about timelines and multiverses all night tonight. Sam Raimi was up for he's up for directing Secret Wars, as in his name is in contention.
I'd seen that somewhere.
Very randomly.
I mean, I can see it.
Very randomly.
I'd like it. I just think that you're more likely to give it to a Coogler, Destined Only Cretin, like they have done for Kang Dynasty.
I don't think it makes sense. Is not to back off of you or the Russo brothers, but then why would you give the big closing chapter of your story across 2 different people? Not because 2 people can't, 2 people are better than 1 in some instances, but then in this case, the Russo brothers were literally 2 people. They did both parts of the story, and they both did fucking amazing. Why would you then give the big closing bow to 2 different people to wrap different bits of it rather than do one vision? I don't know.
I get what you're saying.
Like, yeah, without sounding mean, like, no, 2 people are better than 1.
But this is more of a... I think Secret Wars and Kang Dynasty are more of a looser thread than Infinity War
and Endgame.
Because that was obviously Infinity War Part 1 and 2 at a point.
Yeah.
And there's obviously talk that Secret Wars could end up being a 2-parter.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
So it very much, for me, feels like we're going to... If that does happen, you have Kang Dynasty. There's, I think, a couple of films in between.
Yeah, sure. Yeah,
there
must be
like 2 in the same year, wasn't it? It was like one
both Avengers films were both meant to be thinking 25, I think, originally.
But now there's like a year's difference, and there's some films in between, which I think is better, especially when Kang Dynasty and where Secret Wars is in the comics, because you've got to get Doom in there somehow and get to this.
So
there is there is a bit more story between Secret Wars between Dynasty into Secret Wars, I believe.
Yeah.
And if you have a second part, then that would be your screen director. You'd have that across your Secret Wars 1 and 2 if you got to it, like you would have Infinity War and Endgame. But I think it just completely depends because I'm interested to see different voices in the Avengers world,
Threshold. Yeah.
because we've had so far only two voices.
Joss Whedon's and the Russos.
Yeah, and they both done two each.
Yeah.
So it'd be nice to. I'm looking forward to what Destin Daniel Cretton can do
Definitely.
in Dynasty. If he ends up, he might do a good enough job that they see what he's doing when they start filming Dynasty. That they go, you do the second one.
Yeah.
But then obviously that's also, I think, because they don't want to then lose directors, because after that the Russos were like, yeah, we've definitely got to stop, because they did, fucking Winter Soldier, then Civil War, which is a big undertaking, and then a big, year and a half preparation of Infinity War and Endgame, with like 3 months off in between, like for the premiere of Infinity War, to then go back and carry on filming Endgame. Like, it's, that kind of thing for Secret Wars, they could, Destin Daniel Cretton would do them and maybe be like, well, now I don't want to do a third Shang-Chi movie. And then you kind of lose that voice. It sounds trivial, but it could be like something that obvious.
Yeah.
But, who knows? Or dares to dream, eh? But we look forward to it regardless, because it's gonna be great. Sam Raimi, yeah, but I think there's more out there.
Yeah.
Like, he's not a terrible actor at all, but I think he was toned down in
Multiverse of
Madness.
But do you think it could be a potential course correction if he was to do it, and if he was to kind of
do it from start to
retroactively
finish?
make it tie somehow more than he might have done in Multiverse?
Possibly.
If he could somehow not fix his mistake, but like, if he, in his mind, if he could do
if
more
they
things.
just went, here's the creative control of Secret Wars, and it's just your story.
Yeah.
We want to see how you tell
Your
it.
vision. And if you want to make it horror and decapitate people and kill people off,
But then that
do
does
it.
make sense for Battleworld. So
Yeah, I don't know. Risk and reward.
have you seen the TikTok of this is how you make Doom part of the MCU?
I don't think I have. No.
Let me try and find it while you talk about.
Joaquin Phoenix and why he'll never be in the MCU after Beau is Afraid.
Is that the film you saw?
Yeah, because I was
Go for
afraid after watching that.
Oh yeah, because you did tease this last week, 2 weeks ago. Oh shit.
No, yeah, show me the TikTok first, and I'll try and go into Beau is Afraid, because that's a. We've been talking about Marvel all night, but if this was a Marvel movie, it'd be a true cinematic experience. But yeah, it was a fucking weird movie, but brilliant at the same time.
So there's the.
Okay, the Patterson cut.
That's what it is. It's 2 hours 22 minutes.
Okay.
Okay, let me try and find this. It's fairly recent that I watched it.
Yesterday.
I wish. So bad. It's alright, I'll cut all this out anyway. It's really annoying because I don't remember what the fucking thing looks like. There's a Lego store in fucking Battersea Power Station. There's some weirdo unboxing a Master Mordo figure. I don't know who that is.
Oh, no idea.
Craven in the fucking Spider-Man game. Doom in the MCU.
Oh.
Been in the MCU this entire time. Here is why. Liberia, as we know, is a fictional country situated near Romania, Hungary, and Serbia. Do you know what other fictional country exists there? Sokovia.
Yes.
Victor was a child of Sokovia.
Yeah.
In 2014 to study abroad, he finds himself at university with another bright mind, Reed Richards. He
Yes.
scarred his face in an explosion, blaming Reed and cementing their rivalry. What if he had returned home after Age of Ultron to see his country blown to shit? The fault of Sokovia's destruction? Superheroes. What if he situated himself in Von Strucker's castle, used his genius to reverse engineer the Ultron drones, creating his Doombots? What
Yeah.
if he created order and peace in the destroyed Sokovia? The people champion him as monarch, so much so that the country returns to its pre-Soviet era name, Liberia. Right there,
Yeah.
you've got a Doom that fits into the existing mythology of the MCU.
Exactly.
Hates Reed and
Yeah.
hates superheroes.
Yes.
And what does Reed become? And that's why I think Doctor Doom has been in the MCU.
And what does he become? I was like, No, but yeah, no, totally. I agree. I've seen things. Yeah, Sokovia was really Latveria. Yeah, I agree with the logistics of it. It would make every old jigsaw puzzles connected to this new saga. It would fit. It would work brilliantly. And, you know, it was a jokey post, but it's so true. Fans would come up with... I'm not dissing screenwriters or anyone in the writing/directing booth, because, of course, you guys have done it for years and crafts, and you go through many drafts and revisions and goddamn studio interference. But us fans, we do know what we want, and I know it's quite hard to say we're a fan, and then as soon as we become in your position, then we're not a fan because we're then just a writer. But the fans do come up with some good shit. We do.
Yeah, I mean, like, you know,
shit.
not everyone's a writer, but every writer is a fan.
Right.
Like,
And I'm not saying that line's being blurred or anything because of the recent quality, but it is a discussion where I do kind of get the voices where being like, hey, us fans do come up better than writers today. And it's like,
well,
it's a
'cause
subjective thing.
You know, a lot of it will come from, you know, just a place of blind belief sometimes. But
yeah.
you know, fans can come, but also studios can pander too much one way. Like with
They
stuff that
definitely-
can happen,
definitely
which has
can,
been
yeah.
a count in some of the MCU stuff that we have seen.
Yeah.
So you know, like you say, like no, like we're not all writers, so we don't
No.
exactly like.
And no one's really, and no one's right. No one's a writer, no one's right. So it is just, you know, you can't please all, and of course criticism and moaning will always be a thing, unfortunately. But I don't know, ideas like that, it's too logical to avoid. I think it's simple, but it fits in every box. I think, for me and my imaginative writing box.
The imaginative. Connor's imaginative writing box coming to HBO Max.
Coming to HBO Max,
Which is not HBO Max anymore. It's just
Max.
Ding.
Yeah, Max.
Oh, do you know what?
Mm.
Fuck it. Fuck streaming services. I don't know. That Disney stuff's really annoyed me.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's just shocked me to my core, because I wasn't expecting that many. And it was one article, then two, and then it was the third thing I clicked on, and it was everything that we've read, and it just kept going and going, and I was like,
list was updated, and it's like,
yeah, and
physical media, folks.
yeah,
Big
what's
things.
going on? Yeah,
If you had to, if you're the head of Disney, do you not look at it and just sort of think, maybe you just put out the stuff, maybe on Blu-ray, some 4K stuff, like you say, because Avatar's not got a 4K release like the original one.
baffling. Yeah, it probably changed, but
Well, I know you're saying that, you know, we want you to watch it on there. It's like, but we'll watch it on there, like we were saying earlier, out of ease. Just, I'm glad we got releases of the Netflix stuff, like when we
I
did.
know, thank goodness,
Because at least there's some of that. But we shall see if, you know, we live to fight another day, Doctor. Because we had some casting news in Doctor Who that I didn't go over last week. I mean, 10 minutes ago. I mean, last week. So, the... So, are you previously acquainted with Doctor Who? Of course you are.
never heard of it.
Never heard of it, don't like it. Fuck
I
off.
don't like it. Sounds absolutely fantastic, though.
So, we had some casting news for the Duchess Unleashed. Award-winning actress Indira Varma is crossing galaxies as she joins a new series of Doctor Who. Once again, Susie's back.
What, she's back as Susie?
No, she's not.
I
Back
was
as
going to say.
Russell was like previously played Susie. What's going on? Who? But Duchess in, I don't know. I think it was. I don't know what language it was. It might have been Hindi. I might just be guessing. But they said translates as, and the way you pronounce it, the Duchess translates as the Rani. In, I think it was Hindi. It might be a different language or something.
What?
So
So
yeah.
he's legit named dropped the Rani.
I don't know, because they're referring to her as the Duchess, but in Hindi, or something. It might not be Hindi.
So the
There's a
Rani-
tweet saying that
Yeah.
in this language,
It means
which
Rani.
we're assuming that that's like of her descendancy or whatever. Like it translates as and is pronounced
Fuck
as
the Duchess,
Rani.
she's the Rani.
Imagine.
So he's confirmed. Well, he has confirmed it without confirming it.
Or maybe he's hidden it. Like he's because they're looking at, you know, trying to get title, you know, teasers for like the series, like not this one, the next one.
You know what Rani means in Mudblood in Parcel Tongue.
What
Omega.
is it actually?
Who knows?
You know?
Russell only knows.
Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, it's not a made-up language because we're talking basic like
No,
actual
but
Hindi, but
Dutch is in Hindi means Rani.
I think it was that. I have to find the tweet because it was something like that. That it was like the
Oh,
Dutch
my-
translates as this.
My
And
loins.
your pronunciation of it is Ra-ni.
Okay.
So it would be, is it a tease? And he's just going, is it the Rani? But
Yeah.
as much as I'd love to see the Rani,
That is probably
it
the
would just be
biggest tease in a
It
while,
would just
though.
be, Missy again, essentially.
It would be. It would be.
Because I think the problem with having... But then, like, are we getting the Rani, the Celestial Toymaker?
Hmm.
Are we going to get the Meddling Monk? Where's the
That's what I
Master?
mean. Where's the Master?
Is it just all the Time Lords? Is it Time Lord season?
Is it the War Games? Is the specials just a prologue to the War Games with Shooty Gatwa and season 14?
I would love Shooty Gatwa and fucking Fraser Hines to be in a series together.
Oh my god, yeah. That would be incredible.
One real Scottish accent, one Fraser Hines.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? That would be great. But yeah, because it's like, I think with the Master, especially now that the Master has been Missy at some point, you get to, are you going to gender flip them? And if not, they're just going to feel like one thing. They're all going to feel the same. Like if you brought back the Meddling Monk, they would he or she just feel like the Master?
Mm.
Would he or she feel like the Rani? Would the Rani feel like the Master? Would the Master feel like the Celestial? They all just become the same thing. They're just a rebel Time Lord. It's just a different one.
Yeah.
But also, they changed their face, so you could just have the same character played by a different actor instead of... Here's, Neil Patrick Harris playing the Celestial Toymaker, which, even if he is, still fantastic.
Still brilliant, yeah.
Here's Indira Verma playing the Rani. Still fantastic, but, they could be different incarnations of the same character.
They
You know what I
really
mean?
could be. Yeah, they really could be.
But I don't
They
know.
could even be fugitive doctors.
Indira Verma is a fucking fugitive doctor. Yes, please. And also, fucking fine for her age. Honestly.
Yeah.
What
Ding dong.
She is drinking out the same fountain of youth as Paul McGann, which she probably did because she married him in Luther.
Yeah.
Idris Elba, it's all connected.
It's all
Neil Cross
connected.
wrote Hyde and The Rings of Akaten.
Oh.
Mr. TARDIS was talking about he's doing a thing for videos like I want your underrated gems of like Doctor Who. And, there was some wicked ones in there. You had like Town Called Mercy. Because obviously that's head and shoulders some of the best of Series 7. It just gets bogged down with all the crap stuff, and maybe if it was in a better season it would have shone more. There was some, for me, I'd say Night Terrors. I really enjoy. I know people find it naff, but I really enjoy that.
I love The Girl Who Waited.
I love The Girl Who, but I think that's that's not hidden. That's just a fucking gem.
It's just a gem and a half.
As time goes by, I think Rebel Flesh and The Almost People I enjoy slightly more than I did when it's it is a bit naff, but then it's kind of it's a bit of fun. Before the finale, and sets up the baby made of pudding.
The God Complex.
I will go up to bat as I think that's my favourite Series 6 episode and possibly one of my favourite Matt Smith stories. It's so good. It's got Rintrah in it.
Rintrah.
I'm
Rintrah.
trying to think of some Capaldi ones. Mommy on the Orient Express, Flatline. I think doesn't get the love it deserves. Series 9, I think Under the Lake Before the Flood. Because other than that, it's only Heaven Sent really, and that's Husband's River Song. I think fucking it for me. It's Voyage of the Damning. It's getting better for me as time goes on. I think those first 3 specials are really good. The Christmas specials. They get more ridiculous and fantastical, and Christmas Invasion is the best Christmas special, hands down, in terms of
course.
It just happens to occur when it occurs, and it doesn't become a staple like with Moffat. It's always got to be at Christmas. Husband's River Song felt on par for Voyage of the Damned. It's big, stupid fun, and it's very pantomime, but it's for the more general audience you get at Christmas, and I fucking love it. Series 10, Smile, I think I enjoy a bit more than I did on broadcast. Thin Ice is fucking
Thin Ice,
great.
yeah, I was going to say Thin Ice.
What's the one pre the Monk trilogy? Is it Oxygen?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, Oxygen.
I like that. Knock's okay. I think a bit of a damp ending. I think the finale is fantastic, but we know that. Series 11, I think The Witchfinders is fucking head and shoulders some of the best stuff. I know Rosa's great, but for me that, and I would go
Demons of the Punjab.
Kablam.
Kablam, yeah.
Yeah. There's hidden ones. What other hidden ones? What else is
I
good?
still like It Takes You Away. I respect it.
I respect it.
Mm.
Same with Can You Hear Me? I think's okay. I know we've been over all this stuff. It's just a bit sort of like I'm trying to remember my opinions from before, but opinions can change. Skyfall Part 1 I think is infinitely better than Part 2. Fucking awful. Nikola Tesla's Night of Terror. I don't know if it's underrated, but it's great. Flux speaks for itself. Half of it's good, half of it's shit. Series 1, all of it legitimately is fantastic.
It's fantastic.
I'd say the weakest one possibly
long game.
is the long game.
Yeah, long game.
But even then, it's still a solid 7.5, 8 out of 10.
Yeah, it was a good season. It's a fucking great season.
Can you think of any of the classics?
Classic, what underrated gems from which? When you say classics, as in like
you can just go by Doctor. If that's
by
easier, 'cause
Doctor.
I don't think I can remember season by season.
One that I liked, but
it's not shit, or at least to you it's not, and like you get a lot of enjoyment. Because to be fair, I quite enjoy Love and Monsters from series 2. It's hated, but I
I'm going back to classic Who.
go on then.
I am thinking. My gut's telling me the Damons or Colony in Space. The one from series 8, which no one talks about. The 6-parter. That's kind of like
that. Oh, that's a very good one. Should we do Doctor by Doctor? So you've done 3. Do Hartnell as well, and then I'll do a Troughton.
Do a Hartnell one. He's the one I've seen the least.
Yeah, you do a Troughton one. I'll do a Hartnell one.
The Mind Robber.
Fucking yeah.
Mind Robber.
Good, very good. I say, to be fair, I think the Gunfighters is all right. Cringy song aside.
No, I haven't seen it, but okay.
This is the chance that the last chance saloon, and we'll sing it every 20 seconds. Yeah, like because obviously you've got your obvious good ones. I think Edge of Destruction is, for the third
what
one
it is,
and
yeah.
for 2 episodes, I think
Yeah.
it gets a lot done. It's unfortunate we never get to see that then transition into Marco Polo properly, but
no. Maybe one day.
Perhaps I should come back. Yes.
I enjoyed Planet of Giants.
Yeah. Web Planet. No.
Oh God, no! I saw that recently.
Look at
No.
this fucking map. You take a bit longer. It's your hairdryer. Yes.
I need to go and watch The Crusade, but it's a shame. It's just a bunch of still images.
You do a Tom one and I'll do a Tom one because there's loads of Tom ones.
Tom one. I know you're fucking your one. I know your one.
The Horns of Nymon. Do you know what it is? I can just watch it whether I'm happy, sad.
Oh, it's your
or
Thor
indifferent.
Ragnarok. It's the Thor Ragnarok of
It's
Doctor
the Thor
Who.
Ragnarok of Horns of Nymon is the Thor Ragnarok of Doctor Who.
It's
There's your fucking title.
Who
Will.
directed it? Who directed it?
Taika Waititi's granddad.
It must well be. He's related.
No, it was his dad because it was what? It was.
70s. Well,
It wasn't
79?
actually Taika Waititi's dad. I was taking the piss. He turns K9 round and just kisses him. Why?
Why?
How many Nymon have you seen today? 3.
From a Tom Baker underrated one. I'm trying not to go from like 12, 13 or 14 even,
I'll say for
because that's like the golden era.
fuck it, we'll all do it. We'll all do every Doctor. I'll say for my Troughton one, I really like the Invasion.
Yeah, but
It's
Troughton,
a bit
yeah.
boring, but I think it's okay.
What's 50, season 15? What's in 15? That's after
that's before Key to
Talons of
Time.
Wayne
So that's
Chiang.
Horror of Fang Rock. Is the
I've
first
heard incredible things, but still not
one?
seen.
Stones of Blood is great.
That's Key to Time.
That's Key to Time. That's what
Yeah.
I said. Yeah.
Horror of Fang Rock. It's a bunch of odd stories.
Angel
It's horror.
Fendel?
Image of Fendal, yeah. Sunmakers, Underworld. Underworld.
Sunmakers is
Yeah,
fucking-
I've heard meant to be good today. Yeah, very
it's
relevant.
very,
because it's about tax, isn't it?
it's
And
fucking
yeah,
commercialism and
Yeah,
communism
yeah,
and
yeah.
all these kind of isms.
isms.
With isms.
Nightmare of Eden, Creature from the Pit.
Creature from the Pit, I like, and that's one of David Tennant's favourite stories.
Seed of Doom.
Season 2. We're just listing very good Tom Baker stories.
Yeah, we
now.
are. We are.
Shada.
That's my underrated Shada.
Whatever version you watch.
Yeah, the complete animated one.
Even the
of course.
BBC version one.
The Paul McGann one technically doesn't
The
count.
one on the VHS where in the Natural History Museum or whatever museum,
Yeah,
like Tom Baker's
he
doing
narrates
the
it, yeah.
version, He goes, "Shut up." And to be fair, I think Keeper of Traken is lovely and melancholic and very sort of like swan songy. No, Logopolis, sorry. Keeper of Traken's a bit sort of like, oh, fuck, it's a little bit of that, but mostly still, you caught me during season 18, so I really don't give a shit.
Mark of the Rani. Jumping ahead, Jumping Doctor. Mark of the Rani. I think it's underrated. For 2 parts. All of these is 2 parts. But, yeah. Mark of the Rani.
Peter
for 2 parts. 2 parts.
Case of Androzani is an obvious
Black
good one.
Orchid, then.
That's underappreciated. Do you know what? I like Snake Dance and Kinder. I think they're the most I like Tegan.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. That's valid.
Because she's the focus of the story, and it's Time Flight's campy fun. Well, it wouldn't want us to mourn.
It weren't as bad as I remember.
You naturally want to say the really good ones, but you're like, what's actually good when you like?
Shite.
What's not that great?
You know the one that no one talks about, Earthshock. That ending tragic, that devastated me, and no one gave a shit. No one gave a shit.
I can't say Castroval because that's boring.
No, that is I will fight on my grave. Him going through multiple corridors. Castroval's brilliant. It's nostalgic for me. It's good. Castroval's good. Forward to Doomsday. I couldn't finish it.
I don't remember it.
I couldn't finish it. No, I couldn't finish it. It's the only Doctor Who story I've sort of gone, nope.
The 5 Doctors, because it's actually really good.
Who's heard of that?
For Colleen, Trial of a Time Lord, and the worst, Trial of a Time Lord. No, do you know what? I like most of Trial of a Time Lord.
Terror of the Vervoids, I think, is a really good individual story.
Ultimate Foe bullshit aside is okay.
Yeah, it's fine.
I like I like Mysterious Planet. I like
Mind Warp.
I really like Attack of the Cybermen.
I did until I didn't.
It's more appreciated.
Yeah.
Obviously, his best is Vengeance on Varos.
Yeah.
I think. What is it?
Revelation.
Because there's what's Peter's one?
Resurrection.
Resurrection's good. Biggest body count.
Still haven't seen Resurrection.
Revelation's very good.
Yeah. Dark as well.
Colin's not in it for a lot of it.
Yeah.
Silver Nemesis. No.
God no.
Where am I? Who am I? And who are you?
Yeah,
like you said for Colin, Mark of the Vine is good.
What's the hell for Sylvester? There was an underrated one that no one did.
I
think I liked Paradise Towers.
Do you know what? Paradise Towers is a guilty pleasure because that is campy and shite.
Yeah, it is shocking.
You watch it and there's probably a good drinking game we can make out of that. I like Paradise Towers.
I do. I think it's hilarious.
Fun, it's stupid. It's better than like Delta and the Bannerman and all that shit.
Dragonfire, apart from the cliffhanger.
Season 24 is really fucking bad.
Oh, it's awful.
Season 25 and Season 26, apart from Battlefield's a bit meh. Like the last 3 are great. I think Ghostlight doesn't get as much love because it's bonkers, and I think it needed that 4th episode to kind of.
But I feel like in order to understand it, you need to analyse Ghostlight. You need to watch a YouTube video explain it to you. I don't think it explains itself that well. I like Curse of Fenric
as well.
Yeah, Curse of Fenric's brilliant.
Survival speaks for itself. We know that.
Yeah.
The TV movie and.
I even like Greatest Show in the Galaxy.
I like. Do you know what? Because that was one of my earlier silvers that I bought. Because I would buy them in bits, and then it was like I bought Trial of a Time Lord, and then I was like, right, I'll buy Colin next. And the next payday I did Sylv.
Yeah.
Most of them, and then went back, and Tom was last.
No.
Well, technically, Bill and Pat are because I still haven't finished them.
No. You're not alone there, buddy.
You are not alone, Yana. It's just there's so many good Doctor Who's, but everything is subjective, just like your life, really, just like films. I would go into Big Finish ones, but I haven't listened to nearly enough Big Finish to gauge what is the best, what is an underrated and hidden gem. What is your biggest hidden gem series of Doctor Who? Like, would you say? Because I think for me, a fact of it would be Series 6 because it's not. It's the start of the. Oh dear. But I think there's more good stories in it than.
Are you talking modern? When you say you're talking modern.
Well, yeah, because I can't really think of a. Because I think series of classic ones are either. There's very few really good and really bad. They're kind of like, oh, that was a high point.
Series 2. I enjoyed it a hell of a lot more this time on a rewatch. Series 2 is really good. There's some shot in between.
Maybe I'm due to crack out some
Series
more.
Series 2, I really like. As in Series 2 of Tennant.
Oh,
Not
Series
as
2
in
Tenant. I thought you meant
William
I think
Hartnell.
it's
Yeah,
season 2 years.
I've still haven't finished it. After Web Planet, it's put me right off.
especially following Series 1. Series 2 is like, but that's when we was doing our watch throughs in lockdown. Like at one, like we'd started Series 1, like gone into lockdown, and we'd finished it, and then one day like we just like on FaceTime, I was like she'd started watching Series 2, and then she'd got onto like I think it was Tooth and Claw or School Reunion, and we would just like watch Doctor Who on FaceTime together. That's how we watched it in lockdown when we was like not allowed to visit each other before we lived together. It was like we watched them, and then I think we got to like that was the series for her that it gelled the most because like she's a big like she loves Tennant and Smith. I think Tennant maybe slightly her favourite just because she had that immediate thing of like your first series, while it is definitely the weakest David Tennant series and probably the weakest Russell series, there's a lot of good to enjoy in that, and I think for me that's when I started watching it full time job on BBC One, like in time with everything instead of like the repeats on Sundays on BBC Three. So like I'd say Series 2. 6 I think is just vastly underrated. I think there's as time goes by, I think I get Will's point of like Series 7 is more of a mixed bag, but I think there's just so much sort of disconnect between the two halves that I just can't enjoy it as a full
narrative.
When I watch it binge from start to finish, you just get that big break of there's a Christmas special, and then here's a completely different version of the Doctor, but obviously this is across 2 different years as opposed to watching 13 episodes back to back.
Yeah.
I gelled with a lot more when we watched it, but again I haven't watched it since we did.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Series 9, I just still don't gel. I can appreciate the quality in it, but there is nothing in it that I can just single out and go, that's a high thing for me. I just think I like Under the Lake Before the Flood, I like Heaven Sent, and everything in between is
poopy.
10 is on paper it's the best Capaldi series because it's like this version of the 10th Doctor I love. Like when we did our rewatches before our big retrospective, I got a lot more enjoyment out of Series 11 than I had in previous times. So yeah, a lot to ponder.
Too much time. I said to myself I was going to watch all of New Who before we get to Tennant specials, but times are ticking.
Times are ticking. You still could,
yeah, I can.
Think the thing you'll fly through is unfortunately you fly through the good stuff. It's why when I used to rewatch the Harry Potter films, like but they're going to end. Like we get through the happy ones and then we're on all the really sad dour ones.
Melancholy, the depressing ones.
It's like that when I did, like I said, when me and Lara did our rewatch of over FaceTime. I think we got to Series 10. Like we finished Series 10. I think we were then back together for in the same room. That is, we didn't break up like for.
That's it. We're done
for the Peter Capaldi. But we did have to take a break in Series 9 after The Woman Who Lived, and we watched all of Torchwood because it was like we need something to get us back into the. No, I think we just got to the end of Series 9. Because then we come back, did like Heaven Sent that, and then had Husband's River Song, and then did Series 10, and so we did like all of Torchwood like in the middle of Series 9.
Recommended. Yeah,
and that was like she was like, that was really good. Children of Earth, fucking amazing. She didn't say that's my words because it's some of the best television of the past 20 years.
No,
but it's just like rewatching all that stuff. It's weird because I used to watch Doctor Who like on the reg all the time. Like whenever I'd have a sick day or like a weekend or whatever when I was a kid, I had all the volume DVDs. So like it would be a thing of watch all of that series. And obviously in the early days it would take hardly any time because watching 13 episodes and then like 26 and whatever. And that gets to the point where it's like if I want to watch it, I want to watch all of it because I know that I can pick an episode here and there, which I have done like over the past few months. I think I've picked an odd one here or there. But for me, it's like to go on that journey, you get to the point of like, for me, like when we watched it, like Series 1 to 5 were just like, yes. And even Series 6, like I enjoy that more as time goes on, I get even more love for it because I'm like, it is pretty great when you think about it. And it was the first one that I'd kind of got into like the reviewing side of it because that's when I watched more. I caught like the end of Series 5, but mainly Series 6 of Mr. TARDIS reviews stuff that he did on them. His review of the box set, which is when I was like, just switch to the box sets. Just switch to the box sets because I get Confidentials. And then Confidential got cancelled. And it was like, you get to them points where you're like, yeah, I'm on my favourite, like, at the end of Time, I'm like, yeah, I'm on Matt Smith. And then I'm like, oh, but then soon I'm going to be at the end of Matt Smith. Because, like, then suddenly you've breezed through Series 5 and you're like, all right, well, that's one series down. I've only got 2 more left. Like, oh. Same with Tennant. Like, you get, you know, through Series 2, the amazing of Series 3, Series 4's like, yeah, it's great, this is great. Oh, that's over. Oh, and I've only got the specials and I'm done. It's them kind of things. But that's why we love it. We love it. You could probably breeze through RTD1 and then get back to who. Maybe we should, because I want to do another retrospective. I know we got Will coming on, but I also want it to be their own thing where they're actually like every month or every couple of months, like a Calvin Dyson video. Like you get a whole thing of here's the so-and-so era.
Yeah, this is this
like
era.
At least, like even if you can't do the whole era, like in a 3-hour video, you go, here's Series 10, here's Series 9. It's like, but we'd have to pick an order, and you guys at home would have to pick it, just like you'd have to pick up the pace and listen to us next week when we're still not here. Well, Connor will be back in the country.
I'll be back in the country.
I won't be.
I don't have a key to this place yet. I don't have a studio key. I can't like
gradually making
it
improvements.
myself.
We have chilled drinks.
Chill drinks, yeah, that's a big step up.
Yeah, but where can they get in contact with us, Connor?
nerdbiblecontact@gmail.com. Across this timeline, across freaking Queen Elizabeth I's execution.
I email you in every universe.
I'll email you in every universe. You can follow us on the social medias, not quite in every universe, across Facebook, Twitter. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and the TikTok. We've been talking about TikToks for the last 2 hours. In form of the TARDIS.
A new one. Maybe Toy Tuesdays will become a thing.
Toy Tuesdays.
Maybe.
TT.
I've got 4 boxes of Doctor Who toys up there to open and then put in my box in the loft.
And then never see again. That's it.
That's the
done.
thing, just because we don't have space, because like obviously we're saving to move and leave. Like they would be up in our own space, and because like this was our space and is not our space, because you know the situation. I don't have to explain it for you at home. But like even with like Marvel Legends that I want to get, it's like, but I don't have anywhere to display them without them being in the way. So like with them, like all my Doctor Who toys are in toys. Like they're in a box, one of my boxes in the loft. Like ready for like he can play with them when he gets older. Like I have no problem with that. But just to keep them safe and out of the way, so that I'm not like having them up or knocking them over, or they're getting and they're just like the stuff I've got out is borderline. Like, you know, I've got the gauntlets, I've got a Lego X-Wing. Like, I'd love the Lego Millennium Falcon. Nowhere to fucking put it. If you want to subscribe to the Patreon and fund my Lego Millennium Falcon Black Series before it stops getting sold in November, patreon.com/pasty. We need to do that at some point. And we shall, possibly after our Hollybobs.
Yeah, fair enough. I like the sound of all of that.